The movie revolves around a high school student named Drea. Although she is the middle-class daughter of a nurse, she goes to the elite Rose Hill School because of a scholarship. She's an honor roll student, making her a potential candidate for a scholarship at Yale. Despite her modest background, she is friends with the elite students of the school. She is currently dating the school's golden boy and the son of a rich businessman, Max. However, one day Drea's years of meticulous life planning goes for a toss when her boyfriend leaks a topless video of her. This naturally devastates her, and she confronts Max. The latter claims that he was hacked, but Drea doesn't believe him and sucker punches him in a fit of rage. As a result, she is called to the principal's office where she is reprimanded for physically assaulting the school's golden boy. As a punishment, Drea is put on behavioral probation along with mandatory community service. The principal also threatens to revoke her scholarship if Drea has any more physical altercations with Max. A few days later, the school goes on summer break, and all of Drea's friends evidently take Max's side. She is pissed about what's happening to her, but can't do anything about it. Instead, she is forced to join a tennis club as part of her behavioral probation. The movie then cuts to Eleanor, a shy girl with past trauma of her own. She is set to transfer to Rose Hill High for her final year because of the school's stellar record of placing its students in Ivy League colleges. Eleanor is also joining the tennis club over the summer, and her mother is elated that she will finally make some real friends instead of spending all of her time with her pet lizard. Through social media, Eleanor already knows about Drea, and she is quickly impressed by her uncrushed spirit. In the next scene, the girls at the club find out about Drea's video and start making fun of her. Taking this as a perfect opportunity to bond, Eleanor approaches her and reveals that a girl named Erica spread the video in the club. Hearing this, Drea immediately takes action. She covertly plants drugs in Erica's luggage and gets her detained. One day, Drea's car breaks down and Eleanor offers her a lift. During their journey back home, Eleanor reveals that she is a lesbian. She also reveals that when she was 13 years old, her former best friend / crush, Carissa, outed her and spread false rumors that she tried to force herself on her. This irreparably damaged her reputation, and everyone accused her of being a predator. Making matters worse, Carissa, the girl who defamed her, also goes to Rose Hill. Soon the school reopens and Eleanor makes a fresh start in her new school. There, she meets a girl named Gabby who gives her a tour of the school while pointing out the nincompoops and elite groups from a distance. Eleanor also comes across Carissa, triggering a flood of bad memories. Meanwhile, Drea's return surprises her best friend Tara, who has now started dating Max. During the school's first assembly, the arrogant Max tries to embarrass Drea in front of the whole school by disingenuously apologizing in front of everyone. As a result, Drea, who has been keeping her chin up the whole time, eventually breaks down in the washroom. Eleanor follows her and tries to express that she is there for her. However, Drea pushes her away as she hates people's insincere sympathies. Despite this, the persistent Eleanor doesn't go away and starts sharing her brief encounter with Carissa, the girl who ruined her preteen life. Listening to her, Drea realizes that both of them are going through somewhat similar turmoil. She then devises a cunning plan to bring the people down who caused them immense pain. Since they personally can't go after their enemies, they decide to take revenge for each other. Drea proposes to Eleanor to get Max's attention, while she befriends Carissa so they can take them down. Even though Eleanor's introverted personality doesn't allow her to easily socialize, she agrees to the plan. With this, they set their plan in motion. At first, Drea gives Eleanor a makeover to make her irresistible. The plan works and Max is immediately infatuated with her. He follows Eleanor everywhere and invites her to his annual summer party at his beach house. There, Eleanor covertly makes her way to Max's room and gets a hold of his phone. She looks it up and finds out that he has been cheating on his girlfriend Tara. However, before Eleanor can escape, Max and Tara arrive and she is forced to hide. Tara is considerably sweet and expresses feeling guilty for dating her former best friend's ex-lover. But Max couldn't care less and he brushes her feelings aside. This upsets Tara and she storms out of the room. Soon, Max notices that Eleanor is hiding in the room, but doesn't think much of it. Instead, he asks her to join him at his favorite place in the house. The two get talking, and during their conversation, Max becomes impressed by Eleanor. In no time, she becomes part of the elite student circle. On the other hand, Drea takes an interest in the gardening program that Carissa is running. A few days into the recon, she eventually learns that Carissa is secretly growing magic mushrooms, a type of drug, on school property. Drea starts to become attracted to her best friend Rush, who entertains her with genuine love and attention. The next day, Eleanor and Drea sneak into Rose Hill Farm, steal some shrooms from Carissa's greenhouse, and mix it in the canteen food. Their plan works, and post-dinner, the students start behaving erratically. This exposes Carissa's secret business, prompting the principal to detain her. Later, the two friends celebrate taking down their first target. Now, for the second one. Eleanor shows the indecent texts Max has sent to over half the girls at Rose Hill. This disappoints Drea, who still has some feelings for him. She tries to hide the fact that she's hurt, but Eleanor explains that being vulnerable is all right and encourages her to let herself feel hurt. The following day, before Drea and Eleanor can do anything to harm Max, the school's magazine puts him on the front page of the Valentine's Day edition. They also give him a chance to tell his version of everything that happened after the leaked video. This upsets Drea, but Rush calms her down and takes her to his secret hangout place, where the two have a great time. In the next scene, Eleanor spreads Max's texts around the school, causing a great ruckus. This also makes Tara look stupid, so she quickly devises a plan to control the damage. With the help of her friends, she announces to everyone that she and Max are in an open relationship. They present themselves as anti-traditionalist progressives. Surprisingly, the plan works, and the school again starts fawning over Max. This naturally enrages Drea, and to make matters worse, she is summoned by the principal for her declining academic performance. She learns that this will jeopardize her entry to Yale, as the school is considering revoking her scholarship. Drea is furious at how Max continues to win. Eleanor can see how the rage and hunger for taking Max down has engulfed Drea and their friendship. When she expresses her concerns, Drea only concentrates more on strategizing evil plans. In the midst of their conversation, Eleanor mentions that it's her birthday tomorrow, but Drea doesn't even acknowledge her, as she is solely focused on getting her revenge. Because of this, the two start growing distant. Eleanor starts spending more time with Gabby, who turns out to be Max's sister. After learning that Gabby understands and sees through her, Eleanor admits her fondness for her. Later, Max and Tara throw a surprise birthday bash at Eleanor's house that completely sweeps her off her feet. When Drea discovers this, she decides to crash the party with Rush. However, it only makes things uncomfortable. In the meantime, Eleanor takes Drea outside and they get into a heated argument. Eleanor points out how selfish Drea has been this whole time, despite them dealing with everything together. In a spiff of anger, she also tells Drea that there isn't enough evidence for her to blame Max for leaking her video. Taken aback by what she heard, Drea leaves in a huff. Later that night, she discovers that someone has removed the spark plugs from her car again. After a bit of investigating, she soon realizes that Eleanor is behind all of this. Puzzled, Drea meets Carissa at the rehabilitation center to learn more about Eleanor. It turns out that she was formerly Nora Cutler, and that she underwent cosmetic surgery to change her appearance. Drea suddenly remembers that she went to school with Nora and spread rumors about her. This reveals that Carissa is innocent, and the one that ruined Eleanor's life is none other than Drea herself. At this time, Eleanor was simply trying to win her trust so that she could take revenge. Later, when Drea returns home, she confronts Eleanor, mentioning that she knows her real identity. She also calls her out for throwing the innocent Carissa under the bus for no apparent reason. In reply, Eleanor reveals that after Drea spread the rumors about her, everything changed. Carissa broke up with her and also denied being a lesbian, leaving her alone and dejected. Eleanor then berates Drea for what she did, and worse, for not remembering it. Now, she wants her to go to the admissions party and push her friends to do the craziest things they have ever done. Then, when everything is happening, Eleanor plans to secretly record them and leak the videos so she can frame Drea and finally exact her revenge. She also threatens to frame Drea's mom for selling drugs if she doesn't comply. Finally, before leaving, Eleanor reveals that she told Rush everything about what Drea did to Carissa. Afraid of losing the only person who has been honest with her, Drea runs to meet Rush. However, on the way, she gets into an accident. When she wakes up, she finds Rush sitting next to her. Despite all the lies and deception, he has still come to meet her. Drea immediately apologizes for everything, and Rush suggests she turn herself in. However, when she refuses to do so, he breaks up with her and leaves. After a while, Eleanor arrives at the scene and reveals that she orchestrated the accident so that Max and the others would feel pity for Drea and let her back into their group. She then proceeds to humiliate Drea, but holds herself back at the last moment. It appears as if she is having a hard time maintaining the new and changed Eleanor. As expected, Max and the others reach out to Drea and express their concern. They also invite her to the upcoming party. A few days later, as Drea is sitting alone in her room, Tara approaches her and apologizes for everything. The two then have a heartfelt moment and promise to look out for one another. Soon, the big day arrives, and as per their plan, Eleanor gives Drea a brooch with a secret camera. However, instead of following the plan, Drea tells everyone about Eleanor's former identity and also makes fun of her nose job. Hearing this, a devastated Eleanor storms out in tears. But Drea, who realizes that she has insulted her friend for the second time now, instantly regrets it. She follows Eleanor out and apologizes to her, while asserting that they should end their rivalry once and for all. Eleanor also admits that she too is tired of plotting against her and wants to stop. This prompts Drea to throw away the secret camera. Just then, Max pops up and starts clapping. It turns out that he heard everything the girls were saying. He then tries to blackmail them by threatening to leak the entire conversation. Before heading inside, he also admits to leaking Drea's topless video. After Max leaves, Drea breaks into tears, but Eleanor reveals that she has been recording everything using her backup camera attached to her crop top. Back at the party, while everyone is having a grand old time, the music stops abruptly. Suddenly, a video of Max admitting everything starts playing on a large screen. Stunned, he tries to explain himself, but this time, no one believes him. To make his night worse, Drea slaps him in front of everyone, and Tara breaks up with him. The movie ends as the girls finally get their revenge and revert back to their good old days.